Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Game-Based Learning in the World Language Classroom. The why, the what, the how. We're on Chapter 3 of my book, The How, in the middle of an episode. I'm Madame Sensei. I teach Spanish, French, and Japanese to high schoolers out here in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. And if you want to talk to me about these games, come find me on the Minecraft Education Ambassadors or the Minecraft Teachers Lounge, the Roxem Facebook group where we talk about using Roxem, studio-nemo.com, or the Duolingo Educators Network. And I'm going to say that for this is the best place to reach me at because I have already, all of these materials for this game are already on the Duolingo Educators Network because people at Duolingo helped me to develop this game. So it's all there for free, shared with you. I'm still talking about how to play Clue to teach sentence structure, and I had to stop because I'm so long-winded, and I'm trying to keep my episodes to under 10 minutes. So this is part 2, and this will probably go 4 parts, just to warn you. So at this point, each player is going to choose a Project World character to play with as they play Clue. Okay, so all the characters are represented by playing pieces. So for each game, if you don't know how to play Clue, don't worry, your students know how to play Clue. But I'm just going to go over the rules really quick. You're going to separate, we've got 3 types of cards in the deck. We've got Project World characters, we've got school supplies, and we've got rooms of the school, classrooms in the school, okay? So you're going to separate the cards. You're going to have to separate them. You look at them, say, okay, all the people go here, all the school supplies go here, all the musical instruments go here. Now, turn them upside down and randomly take a card out of the middle or shuffle them and then take a card, but so that nobody knows what card is being taken out, okay? So you've got 1 person, 1 school supply, and 1 classroom. Take those 3 cards and put them in the center of the table or put them someplace safe so you can get to them by the end of the game. But make sure nobody has seen those 3 cards, okay? Now you take all the remaining cards and you shuffle them, okay? Then you deal them out to the players. Now you might have an unequal number of players to card ratio, and so as you deal them out, you get 1, 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 you get 1. Oh, I have an extra, okay? Oh, these players have more cards than these players. That's okay. The game is just fine like that, but all the cards have to be dealt because you're doing a process of elimination. So make sure every card gets dealt. You've got 3 cards you've taken out, and the goal is to find what are those 3 cards that got taken out, okay? So now we have our information gap in the communicative approach, okay? We have the information gap. Those are the 3 cards that are missing. Those are face down on the board. So the players have to find out which Project World character, has what school supply, and where, which classroom, okay? And they'll get that feedback in the course of the game. The choice is which one do you think, and the feedback is the other players telling them that it couldn't possibly be that one because I have the card. All right, so here's the process of elimination sheet. And I put 2 per piece of paper, so this is like a half sheet of paper, and then I just go slice, 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 and then I print 100 of them, and I slice them down the middle, and then I have 200 that I can pull out at any point. All right, and I'll talk later about how I nest this, and this is the easy version. There'll be harder versions coming up, and I print the harder versions on different colors so that I can store all the game stuff all together, and I don't get things mixed up. All right. So the students are going to look at their cards secretly, the cards that they have been dealt secretly, and they're going to say, oh, I have the ruler, I have Falstaff, oh, I have math class, oh, I also have Bea, okay, and I have pencil case. So it can't possibly be these things, all right? And I've also written a sentence frame on the bottom. You might write more sentence frames, you might write less, but I find sentence frames very important for differentiation. And as I explained last time, it's not cheating. If the student needs the sentence frame, they're going to look at the sentence frame. If they don't need it, they're not going to look at it. And you've built in your differentiation, and that's why I love games. All right, so you're going to decide who goes first. The player going first is going to roll. the die and move, and it's just one die, so they don't move they can't get into a room on the first try. They have to roll 2 times, okay? When he gets to a classroom, let's say it's, I don't know, I'm looking down here, it's Lucy. Lucy decides to go into La classe d'éducation musicale. Lucy gets to accuse one of the other Project Will characters, okay? But she has to say it in the target language. Oscar has my pencil in the music room. It has to be this room that she's in, but it can be any school supply and it can be any Project Will character. Okay? So depending on the strategy, you might look at your process of elimination sheet and say, oh, I've got 2 of these things. I'm going to name something I don't have so that I can see if anybody's got it. All right? If, for example, she says, oh, I think Oscar has it, and Oscar's being played by one of the other people, Oscar gets teleported into the room. And this can be a strategy. If Oscar's about to win, he thinks he knows who it is, you get into a room and you call him into that room even though you know it's not him. It's just a strategy to keep him from winning. So it can get really fun. Okay, so there's many different versions before we get to the nested versions. And I'm going to suggest that when your students first start playing, you do the easiest possible version. All right, now this is for several reasons. One is, I think, in a kind of Piaget way, where when the students are learning something new, they need everything really, really, really concrete. You know, when you're teaching them to count, they're counting on their fingers, even though they haven't done that since preschool, even, not even kindergarten. Preschool, they were counting on their fingers. Suddenly in your class, they're 16-year-olds and they're counting on their fingers. Okay, so to keep everything really concrete, the first couple of times we play it, I say, all right, you get into the room, you make your accusation. Anybody at the table who has that card has to fess up. And this does several things. First of all, it keeps more people talking. I don't like games where people are passively waiting their turn. I want everyone to be talking. So I do like this version of the game best, but as the students get better at it, they want more strategy. So that doesn't work as well. Also, if you only have a limited amount of time, you look up at the clock and you say, oh, dang nabbit, I've been talking, only have 10 minutes left and I really want the students to play a game. This is a great for a 10-minute game. Just have everybody at the table fess up if they have the card, okay? If the students have played before, they're more confident. Then what's going to happen is, let's say this is the player who's going right now. He's going to say, I think Oscar is in the PE, the gym with the pencil sharpener. This guy on the right looks at his cards. He's got Oscar, so he has to say, okay, I have Oscar. Maybe he shows it to the whole table, or maybe he just shows it to this, I want to say dog, because I chose dogs playing poker, depending on how comfortable they are, okay? Maybe this guy has Oscar and the pencil sharpener. When the students get really good, they can choose which card they're going to show, you know? Otherwise, have them show both cards. And it's okay. You can play the game on several different levels, and you can even have your table groups decide at what level they're going to play at. So as the players find out new information, they check it off. Okay, I just found out that Oscar has the pencil sharpener. Do I have tie crayon on here? I do not. Okay, he has a pencil. We're going to say pencil. Pretend I said pencil last time. Okay, but nobody showed me the card for PE, the gym. So I can't check this off yet. But eventually I'll have everything checked off except for one thing. All right? The goal is not to have students always say, Oscar has the pencil in the PE room. The goal is to have students saying, oh, Oscar can't possibly have the pencil in the PE room because I had the pencil and I was in the cafeteria. Or, you know, just having them role play it as much as possible. It's more fun. Yeah, I was in the music room, but I don't have the eraser because I was just playing piano. So have the students role play and push them to role play, especially as the Project Will characters. It's super fun. When they do the Lily voice, it's really fun, where they growl like Falstaff. When a student is confident, he knows who has the school supply and where they have it. He's got to go to the center of the board, So he's got to take his precious, precious dice rolls to get to the center of the board and confront Duo there, okay? But when he reaches the center of the board and he makes his accusation, secretly look at the cards. Don't show everybody at the table, because if he's wrong, the game can still continue with the other 5 players at the table. So he just secretly looks. Okay, in our next episode, I'm going to teach you how to nest the game for your more advanced students, or as the year progresses, because, the school supplies and the classrooms are like the beginning of the year, and then as the year progresses, I want to teach them prepositions of location, and I want to teach them some other stuff. So I'll teach you how to nest the game next time. Hope to see you there.